The Lord of the harvest told me so. It's green for me. It's green for me. Standing alone can be a heavy load, but my vows I won't be breaking. Though my heart is aching, I got a word and
month September is a month set aside for awareness of sickle cell disease globally. This is separate from June 19, which is for the global sickle cell day. So through the month of September, we are supposed to talk to people, let them know what sickle cell disease is, how you contract it, how to prevent it, and every other thing that is associated with sickle cell disease. It is in the light of this that the Sickle Cell Hope Alive Foundation is calling all of us here today to tell us what sickle cell disease is all about and to get some of us tested. We do this annually, and so this year is no exception.
Sickle cell disease is an anomaly, it's a disorder, it's a disease that has occurred because of a change in the hemoglobin of humans. This change has happened. This change is not made by doctors. It is not made by human beings. It is made by God in our blood. Just as we have sickle cell disease here, other people have cystic fibrosis, other people have other issues of non-communicable diseases. But ours, particularly in Nigeria, is mainly sickle cell disease. It is the worst, it is the largest number. We are the epicenter of the world. We are number one. In the number of people with sickle cell disease, we are number one. In the severity of sickle cell disease, we are number one. So we have a role to play in the world. We cannot just sit down here, let people in the US be doing all the revolution, trying to do everything for us. We have to do the best that we can. Therefore, sickle cell disease is a disorder that gives us problems, and that is why we call you here today. Be you an engineer or a doctor or an artist or a technician or whatever you want to be in the future, we are calling your attention to the fact that Nigeria needs help on sickle cell disease. And as I go on today, I will tell you more about sickle cell disease. Now, our foundation, why are we here today? We are here today to be able to tell you the details about sickle cell disease. What are the challenges? How does it affect you? You are healthy and happy. Or do you have anybody in your extended family, in your neighborhood, in your church, in everywhere you go, that you can help to do something about this? Sickle cell disease affects most families in Nigeria, extended as they may be. And there's a lot of stigmatization tied to it. Therefore, we are calling you that today, while we are here, is to tell you about sickle cell disease, to tell you the challenges, to update you about how to care for people who have sickle cell disease.
Whatsoever information you are getting today, make the best use of it. It will work for you. If you are already making the mistake already in any of marriage, it is not too late. If you have not gone into it, it is better to break a relationship than to break marriage. If you have not done your test, we are here today. Do your test. After doing your genotype, many of you, when you come to clinic or now, when they have them, they don't know the difference between genotype and blood group. When we say what genotype, some people will say AA. When we say blood group, they don't know. Mama has explained everything here now. Genotype is different from blood group. So you should know your genotype, you should know your blood group. So we say I did test, it was so in one place. When I went to another place, they say it's no longer SF. Please do the right thing, and as you do that, God will help you. And you also will be a blessing to the world there.
There's nothing you are taking away from here. Take this as a very good opportunity to save yourself from future grief. Prevention is better than cure. And that's what Mama has come to talk to you about today. If you have a sister or brother with a sickle cell condition, you will understand the agony and the pain that people go through. And the only way we can prevent the condition from continuing to spread within the population is to find a way to stop the spread of the sickle cell condition. You have a golden opportunity for learning about this at a very critical stage in your life trajectory, which is after school, you are going to get good jobs and you are going to choose a partner. Please, there's a myth that people used to say when people have the sickle cell condition, if you marry, it's your fourth child that will have it. That is not true. At every conception, the sickle cell gene can be expressed the same percentage with all the others. So you don't know what you are going to get. And like I tell people when I talk about this, when problems come through the door, love flies out through the window. So when you are choosing, you have to choose your partner with your eyes wide open and with your head in the right position. Don't get me wrong, love is good. But in science, you say sometimes that love is an insensible thing. Because at that time, you are not looking at all your senses. You are dealing with emotions. And emotions, that's why they say love is blind. Because without your eyes open, you can run into a brick wall. One of the brick walls that we are telling you through science today is that you do not make the mistake of marrying somebody who can continue to project the sickle cell gene within the population. If we take partners from a point of knowledge, we can avoid the spread to the next generation. You have the numbers in Nigeria. It's worrying. And I have had experiences with family members who lost very brilliant children because of the sickle cell condition.
Sickle cell disease is a change in the hemoglobin of the body. I'm not going to go into the science part. I'm just going to say it in a layman's language because I know coppers have different disciplines. So I want everybody to be able to understand what I'm saying today. So I'm going to put simple. In your blood, you are either AA, or you are AS, or you are SC, or you are AC, or you are AG. There are about 141 changes in that liter gene. But we want to talk about and what that give us problems. That is I'm just listing a few. There are many more. Hemoglobin D, because one of those we worked on, but you cannot talk about that today. It helps us more like, it does more like A. So we are not talking about it. We are talking about the simple ones that come out easily. You can say, this person is AS, this person is SC, this person is AC. Those are all them. And that is what we are doing. But let me explain to you, even as graduates, many people don't know this. You just come and say, what is your genotype? They say, I am A. And they are putting their blood group. I'm sorry as graduates, as covers, please know that in the blood there are several systems. One is the genotype system, the other one is the blood group system. They are different completely. So somebody with a blood group A goes to tell his wife to be that I am A. And the girl is already AS. And then it's like to deceive her. Some people are doing it on purpose. When this girl comes from a rich family, they will say, oh, my family don't have any problem, I'm A. And just go and marry this girl because the father is very rich. And then you come out and have these issues. So please let us know, we are two different specific. Very different. So we say the common types in Nigeria. I said we are the hub, we are the epicenter in Nigeria. This is the kind of profile we have. Many of you seated in this room are AA. Several are about 1/4 are about AS. Another 2% is SS. Then among us, you can find one of them. But the one we are concerned with is the SS. That's why we have it in red. And almost 5 million people have it in Nigeria. They are living with it. They are called people living with sickle cell disease. They live with sickle cell disease their lifetime. It is a lifetime issue, except you do bone marrow transplantation and change your blood. It is a lifelong. The minute you are born with it, whether you are 120 years old, it's going to be. So that is it. Next. What is sickle cell disease? I am telling you that this is the simple observation. Look at the cells that are sick. Look at the ones that are not sick. Look at the normal ones. When you look at that blood vessel, you can see pumping there. They will clump in your wrist, in your elbow, in your little part of your brain, and prevent oxygen from going around. And then the cells start breaking, and you have no PCB. You get to the hospital, they say, oh, he has 8%. Instead of 30-something, he's having 8%. And they are falling ill all the time because the blood is breaking. I can't explain it not today because I don't have the time. Now, if you look at that family of SCD, it's not standing alone, it's a whole family. And that family says that sickle cell disease is a family of disease. Sickle cell disease has other little sisters and brothers who try to look alike like him. But at the same time, their functions are a little bit different. So that is why you have somebody like SS, SC, SD, S thalassemia, and then the rare ones, you see them, SO, SE, and so on. But you are not concerned with those little ones. You are concerned with the ones that give you problem. That is SS, SC. Those are the bigger ones in their family. So let us take note that we have others in our family who can be AS. The AS people are okay. Can we say okay? Okay. The AS people are very, very okay. They are like AA. There's no problem with them. Except when they fly in unpressurized aircrafts, they will find that they have a group of 8s and 8s. But otherwise, AS is okay. Now, the problem with AS is when AS now goes to another AS, then we start looking for the problem. Where is the problem? But even then, let me tell you something. Let's be honest. It doesn't mean that every AS that marries AS will have SS. Are we clear? Are we listening? Yes. It is not every AS that marries AS that will have SS. Some people AS may marry AS and have no SS. They may have just AA and AS. It's possible. It's God that does it. It's not us. But they may also have all their children as they may have them as AS. They may have a mixture. So it is anything is possible for the God. That is why let us know what we are. Before you can help somebody, you should help yourself and know what you are. Next slide. What it says is an inherited blood disorder. I've told you. It has to do with blood because the blood is breaking down. Instead of 120 days that the blood of an AA will spend in the body, carrying oxygen, removing waste products, 120 days. The one with SS will carry like 52 days. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference? Please answer me. This is a discussion. 52 days, then the person is getting anemic. The blood level is low. So these are the things that happen there. The red blood cells start together, the organ is damaged, many things are happening. As it's going up, there are more problems. And so, this is why sickle cell disease is different from KD. Next slide. This is what I explained before. Any primary 2 person can do this. Just go home and cross as many as you want to cross to get the results. But it doesn't mean this one in 4. Let me explain that part. Many people don't get it right. They will say if AS marries AS, there must be one that is SS. There must be 2 that is AS. There must be 1 that will be AA. It is not so. What we are saying is that those are chances. Those proportions of what can happen. But if you have one of you here as AS, and go and find marriages, and then you have children. Somebody has 7 children there, another one has 2 children, another one has 4. In another 50 years, when we count the number of children you people have had, all the AS to AS, we find about 1/4 will be S's.
When it comes to Nigeria, you have 150,000 babies born with sickle cell disease every year. 58% of those babies will not get to their 5th birthday. That's what we're dealing with in Nigeria. Do you understand that? And so it's important that everybody knows what their genotype is. And so this is not child's play. And that's why we have brought solutions that can allow you to know your genotype on the spot, anywhere, at any time, at any age. And this is what I've brought to you today. Sickle scan. So sickle scan is a genotype testing kit. It will give you qualitative, reliable, and accurate genotype result on the spot. It only takes 5 minutes to give you that result, and then we're going to demonstrate it here for you today. It's very reliable. We have labs already using it. Apart from NGOs that are using sickle scan, the CLAB head office, they use this. They buy from us and they use this because it's a very reliable. Okay, and I think that this is the first RPT that has been validated and approved by the Federal Ministry of Health. And right now, Lagos State has implemented the use of sickle scan for their newborn screening across all the maternal and child healthcare centers. So I want to employ you for you to be very full of change, just like Prof has said, that we do need to address this burden called sickle cell disease, and information is power.
This instrument is unique and innovative. One thing that this instrument stands out is the fact that it quantifies hemoglobin variance. And when you talk about clinical management or science, doctors are more okay or comfortable with numbers. And that's why this instrument stands out. It's actually portable, it's easy to carry from one place to another. This instrument is powered by battery. You can use your cell phone battery to charge this instrument. When fully charged, it can be used for the whole day for your point of care testing, meaning that you don't need electricity for you to work with this instrument. This instrument can be used for outdoor screening. Like we have today, that is not plugged anywhere. I can tap on it, it comes up. And when it comes up, you go ahead to test for hemoglobin variances. What are the features that this instrument has? Number 1, it is maintenance free. When I talk about maintenance free, I'm referring to the fact that there are no tubings, there are no connectivities on this instrument. Everything starts and ends on the cartridge. It uses a principle called cellulose acetate technology or principle. Now it has a paper on the cartridge where everything starts and ends on it. For a single cartridge will test for a patient and gives you all the hemoglobin variants, which include hemoglobin A2, C, E, A, F, S, and then it gives you their percentage. Now, another feature this instrument has is that it is cheap compared to the HPLC. Like Chief Riley said, he said they have the HPLC, but how many persons can afford the HPLC? People cannot afford the HPLC, so this instrument has answered the call of, okay, we can do a genotype with our heavy variant with less expense. Instead of you saying because I don't have 20,000, I don't have 15,000 to work with HPLC, with less than 10,000 you can run the hemoglobin variant on this instrument.
I experienced so much pain. In fact, I know the babe, she knows the game. She's the one caring for us. Mama is not part of a warrior, but she loves us. The right one comes from her. But I'm a warrior, and I'm happy to tell you that I'm a warrior. My experience in life is this. My father had 5 wives, and for my mother, we were 11 children for my mother alone. And I have the last child of my mother. And out of of the 11 children, I'm the only one living with sickle cell disease. To some people, they will say, what a pity. But today, it's a joy to me. I was forced to take my mother to hospital and my father so that I will know their genotype, so that they will not call me pastor at the end of the day. But in 1995, I discovered that one of them is having AS, the other AC. So now I inherit SC from them. It was a serious day, but I studied geography. When they were teaching us theories about environment, they taught us 3 theories, of which I made use and is helping till today. The first theory is environmental determinism. They say that nature dictates everything that will happen. As Mama rightly said, that it is natural. We are born to be a sickle cell disease patient. It's not that we offend God. Do we offend God? Do you pay anything? You don't pay anything. You were lucky, and we are also lucky to be like this. And the theory says that environment determines everything, nature determines everything. The second theory says no, there is possibility. It is possible to change what you don't love in your environment. That's how I come to build my whole life theory. I have sickle cell disease. Sickle cell disease does not have me. I have sickle cell disease. Sickle cell disease does not have me. I can change many things.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one.
There are people dying.
Oh, and it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all.
Oh, we can go on pretending day by day
That someone, somewhere will soon make a change.
we are all a part of God's great big family.
And the truth, you know, love is all we need.
We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving.
There's a choice to make it. We're saving our own lives.
It's true, we'll make a better day, just you and me.
Well, send them your heart so they know that someone cares, and their lives will be stronger and free.
As God's shown us by turning stone to bread, and so we all
Must lend a helping hand.
we are the world,
We are the world.
we are the children,
We are the children.
we are the ones to make a brighter day,
So let's start giving.
there's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. Hey, hey, hey. When you're down and out and there seems no hope at all, but if we just believe, there's no way we can fall. Well, let's realize, oh, that change can only come
When we
stand together as one.
are the world.
today is a day of awareness creation, prevention approach by using NYSC corpers as a vehicle of change. We want to send them out to the local government places where they are located to generate the idea of what is sickle cell all about, what are the challenges they face, what can they do to prevent it, what can they do to care for the patients, and how can they advocate for these patients wherever they find themselves. That's this. But there could be one or two patients among them. But what we are saying about bone marrow transplantation is that it's a hallmark of cure. That's the hallmark of cure. And we thank God that today bone marrow transplantation is now available in Nigeria. It's available in Benin through Dr. Bazu Aye, who is in University of Benin, or collaborating with University of Benin. And it's also this week that Loop in Lagos, in partnership with Sickle Cell Foundation of Nigeria, is also doing bone marrow transplantation from now on. So these two centers are now available in Nigeria, and anybody who needs a cure can now go there instead of traveling to America or the United Kingdom or other South Africa or other places. But Sickle Cell Hope Alive Foundation is preaching the word that it is not everybody that can afford bone marrow transplantation. And bone marrow transplantation requires you getting the source of the blood, the cells that make the blood daily, getting it out, changing it to another one, and putting it back. That is bone marrow transplantation. So when you take that type that makes excess out from the origin of the bone marrow is the one that produces the cells that go around the body. But before it produces the blood, it can take this bone marrow out and bring another bone marrow that produces hemoglobin A cells and put it inside that person. So the bone marrow will now generate more cells into the blood that will be producing AA cells. But it needs a lot of methodology and sophisticated technique to get it done. It's not something you can just go to any hospital and go and do. So even in America, it's only done in specialized centers because everything has to be ready. Okay? The hospitalization, the financial aspect, the bone marrow matching. You have to match every type of the genes that are inside the cell in a sophisticated way to get it right. If you do not get it right, there will be bone marrow and graft reaction. That means that thing will not do well in the person. So you have to match everything very well, and that's a very tedious process. It's not an everyday event. So it's a lot of money. It's in specialized centers. Most Nigerians cannot afford it. A few may be able to afford it, but we thank God that it's now common. It's now coming into Nigeria in 2 centers, and we are thanking God for that. But at the same time, we are saying the masses of Nigerians cannot afford to wait for bone marrow transplantation, but there are other ways in which they can try to do what they want and get their prevention done, or get newborn screening done, or get newborn screening done, or do prenatal diagnosis to diagnose the child on time. But all those things also happen. So it's good that we are having bone marrow transplantation, but we need to think about it carefully and see that the person is capable. That person can be selected, he can have a match, the proper match, and he can afford what happens. So let's push everything to government. The thing that government has to do is to put appropriate facilities, especially in tertiary institutions, to make sure that like a UCH, like youths, like all those that can afford to do it correctly, the things they need to do is in place. It's not an easy thing, even for the Lagos or the Benin. It's not an easy thing. So what government can do is to make the facilities available to those places more easily available, so that when they announce these groups that are starting, we'll be able to find it. And besides, we should be able to educate people right at the beginning. This is how it goes. This is what you need to do. It is not every day that everybody can run there and say, I want to do good. So the education is important. But at the same time, the government can put a lot more money into it to make sure that they bring prenatal diagnosis in their hospitals, to make sure that they do newborn screenings in their hospitals, and by that time people know. And then those who can afford it, the people who can afford it, I don't see any government sponsoring, but they can make the facilities available in the hospitals to make it easy for them to use.
I'm very glad that Professor Falisi, Mama Falisi, even at this age, is bringing the information to the critical portion of the society that really needs to be important. Because these are the groups of people who are going to be making some life-changing decisions concerning marriage and having children. And they are also seconded to different parts of the community where they can carry the message and explain this and do what we call advocacy with students in secondary school and all, because like I said, prevention is better than cure. The only way we can reduce the incidence of this gene in the society is to prevent such occurrences from happening in future generations. And one of the ways to do that is to ensure that we collaborate with advocacy groups like SCHAF in educating people about making right choices for life partners and ensuring that those with sickle cell or those that are carriers of the gene do not continue to intermarry and have children and raise the possibility of continuing to perpetrate this gene within the society. And that's what SCHAF is doing. And we need other people to join at different levels. There is no level of advocacy that is too small. And we can carry this message to our communities, educate people better so that we can reduce the incidence of the gene. For those that can afford it, let them go ahead. But like Mama mentioned, we don't know the downstream effects of this bone marrow transplantation yet. It may take time before we know if there are any hidden effects that we are not aware of. So the best way to still go about it is to prevent it from further going down in our gene pool. Reduce the genetic incidence of the sickle cell, and ensure that we make right choices to reduce this incidence within the population. Bone marrow transplantation is a good intervention, but it is very costly. It is not something that a common person on the street can afford. And that's why the first level of intervention is prevention through education to the important cohort of the society about how to ensure that we reduce the incidence of the sickle cell gene within the gene pool.